Hello, I'm Deanna with Divine Destiny. Welcome to my YouTube channel, family, sensitive souls, empaths. If you're new to my channel, my main purpose of this channel is to leave you feeling more encouraged than when you started listening today. I am an encourager of empaths. Many life experiences have led me to the path that I am here today. It is my soul's purpose and passion to share with everybody out there. So thank you so much. This is a really real, unedited channel. I've just recently moved myself outside in my own element. I feel better outside, so hopefully I'm divinely encouraged even more so than any other time. So thank you so much. I have an empath group here on Facebook as well. Not here on Facebook, called Divine Destiny and the Rise of Empaths. It's really just a beautiful, small, closed group at this time. I feel the fruition's going to keep coming. And so if you're interested in that, if things resonate with you today, feel free to ask to join that group. Please answer the questions when you do so and let me know that you found me here on YouTube. If today's video resonates and encourages you, please do like, subscribe, and share. That's how you can support and give back. Being receptive, balancing, giving and taking. Giving and receiving, sorry. So today's energy update is for around the 6th, 7th through the 13th, where we go into a full moon in Aries. But let's speak about currently today. The moon is in Aquarius today, and you'll hear me often speak about the moons because it's our inner world, it's our inner emotions. If we balance and harmonize that within us, we start to see outside of us a reflection of what we feel balanced, harmonized within us. So I am not an astrologer. I do love astrology. My awakening journey began in 2014, and when I surrendered to God, Creator, Source, the Great Spirit, whatever you so call it, a lot of doors and pathways opened up for me, and so I'm very, very blessed and thankful for this journey. We've all been through hard knocks, and so expanding that and diving deep into the spiritualness has been so encouraging for me, and I encourage everybody else to do that as well. At one point in my life, I will share this, my sensitivities and my level of compassion crippled me and paralyzed me with anxiety, and so I'm just sharing that with you, a little bit of intimacy and transparency. I believe that every union should be sacred, and so as I was meditating today before I came on, what I heard to share with you all is to marry that sacred union within you. So for me, that's the balancing of the divine feminine, the receptivity, and the balancing of the masculine, the action, the taking charge, balancing that within you and walking forward with that. If you have a sacred union within yourself, you're gonna notice on your journey that you'll start having more intimate, authentic relationships out there. So balancing that, harmonizing that within you, there's a great power in that. So that was the channeled message that I received. I quickly want to share that the Draconid meteor showers are at their peak tonight. These started around the 6th. They go through the 10th. And so last night and tonight is the peak of these meteor showers. Get yourself out there, do some grounding. Unlike many of the other meteor showers, these ones are very, very visible in the late evening, early evening. It gets dark here early in Michigan, depending on where you are. So get yourself out there and enjoy them. Watch them. And what I did today was I dove a little bit deep into this meteor shower and what constellation it comes from. And comes from, I call it Draco. I see it's Draconid, and I feel my language is it's Draco, the constellation. Very, very awesome. It's a dragon. And in my tarot, it's the Nine of Wands. So I did pull the card. I'm going to share a little bit of what these particular meteor showers are. And so this is pretty cool. Coiled around the North Pole, Draco guards the treasure at the center of the celestial sphere. So in other words, guarding, protecting our North Pole, very, very, very symbolic for the protection and the oneness that we hear here on Earth, where we are in the galaxy. Kind of cool. This is a reminder that there may be another obstacle. Accompanied by your inner strength and conviction, the individual successfully meets the challenges. So this is a reminder that although you may have been in some hard knocks, some hard things on your journey here in a human vessel, that you are an overcomer. This is representative of fire. This is representative of your passions. This is representative of you being an overcomer and victorious. So I thought that was kind of cool to share along with the meteor showers that are currently visible for us in our beautiful night sky. So I thought that was pretty cool. This is also representative of Sagittarius, which is my rising sign. You know, look at the arrow rising above all of the wounds and rising above any challenges or obstacles that may have came in your way, and really within you knowing that you have within you the ability, the assistance of ancestors in the spirit world. We have so many entities supporting us, and you really within you do have the power to rise above anything in your life. So I think it's pretty awesome because it represents to me like I'm a badass in a spiritual sense. Like I'm a no nonsense. I can handle all these wounds. I won't suppress these wounds. And it's the fiery passion that's lit within you to go, I can do this. And so I thought that was kind of cool to share. As we're going into the full moon around the 13th, it's a full moon on the 13th, which is a divine feminine number 2 as well. And I think collectively we all know, or maybe you don't, that the divine feminine is rising, and the 13 is a receptive number. It's funny because it was always demonized in our society, and when I realized the significance of it, it's the divine feminine, it's the nurturer, it's the intuition. And with it being in Aries on the 13th, I just feel like it's a beautiful symbolic reminder to all of us that keep doing. We just had everything coming out of, we still have the sun in Libra, which is balancing and harmonizing, and that's where the channeled message came through to me, was having that sacred union within yourself. I'm going to shut this curtain, hold on. Because when you get straight with yourself and quiet the egoic mind and drop into your heart, this isn't to say leave this behind, but it's balancing your thinking and your feeling. And so the sun is still in Libra, which is the justice and the balancing. It looks like Mars is going to go into Scorpio soon as well, but Venus is also still in Libra. So the divine feminine, again, represented by Venus, 13. We have this Mars, Mercury, which rules the mind, and Venus keeps dancing around. We're going to be coming out of, the rest of them are going to go out of Libra into Scorpio, which is what? The fixed water, so fixed emotions, the dark subconscious wounds that we may have suppressed. So these are going to be highlighted. And everything here backs us to dig, to balance ourselves out with the Mercury mind, the heart space, the Mars of taking action and taking leadership. And everything has the duality of in balance, out of balance. And so I think it's just really huge and representative to me, feeling that we're still in this place of where we're balancing. It may not feel like we got quite the direction and the footing. It's okay, breathe into that. Be gentle with yourself. I'm going to go into the symptoms before I do the oracle for this week. And I am noticing within me, I always share the ascension symptoms, which is just our dense bodies integrating all of the light that's coming into us, into our planet, where we are in the galaxy. It's amazing to me when I realize that God is in all things, because the creation itself wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for God, Creator, Source, to explode fragments of these beautiful lights that we are, so that we could experience ourselves in human form. So there's been a point in my time, in my life, in my journey, where my mind and heart couldn't make sense of this world. But when I rise above that and realize that we're all spiritual beings and brothers and sisters of light, there's quite a lot of beauty that's in that. And sometimes it's hard to see, but if you dive deep, there's always these core wounds within you that we can dig up and heal. And with Pluto is the deep, again, representative of the Scorpio, which is Scorpion going into that. Mercury's there today. So if your mind is going in overdrive, it's okay. Just be aware of that. It's really about, once we get Venus into Scorpio as well, I feel there'll be some more balancing it out as well. We might be too busy in the mind today, so bring that into your awareness. Awareness and intention is everything. Broadening your perspective on the bigger picture and trusting the process. I'm just really super passionate about this, because if you're feeling it, I'm feeling it. That means there's other people feeling it, and that's because we're all brothers and sisters and walking each other home. So, symptoms. A couple of days ago, I was like noticing little specks dancing around in my vision. I recently got a new script for my glasses, and I can't even wear them. My eyes are recalculating and readjusting to the light that's coming into our dense bodies. I never replace any kind of medical attention. If you need medical attention, please do seek that. But what I do share is the symptoms of our dense bodies integrating the Christ consciousness, the Christ light. And really, it's our kind of consciousness of awakening and seeing the bigger picture and realizing that we're all connected with Earth and other people and the cosmos and where we are in the galaxy. And for me, what resonates with me is literally, the sun and whatnot is responding to our consciousness. So I think we all know that as a human race, we can't keep going forward the way that we have been. And so I believe it's divine timing that many of us are waking up, and with that consciousness of waking up in the heart space, it's just the light responding to that, and it's integrating it. And this is scientifically proven with the Schumann resonance, the heartbeat, the energy that's within our magnetosphere of she's responding. So the earth responding to that light as well can cause major adjustments. And think about it, how it is with us. It can cause earthquakes, which it is. And so within us, think about that symbolically, like shaking us up. If there's anything hidden in your dark subconscious that you've buried deep of any wounds that you haven't healed, it's going to be putting you into like a pressure, a vice. There is no more passing the torch off. And that's why I encourage everybody to feel whatever they're feeling. Cry, scream in your pillow, because don't suppress anything. It's not healthy. And with everything cosmically supporting us, Pluto is, it governs Scorpio. And that's been dancing and balancing around as well. Saturn and Pluto have been journeying through the chart, through the cosmos together. And that's a matter of like, it's authenticity, it's transparency, it's the truth, the way, which I just love. Yeshua's the ascended master is my guide, one of my guides. And so I think it's a beautiful thing. Like, no, because there may be, you go, my truth, that person's truth, which is true. However, the truth is always the truth, and the heart in the way is the way. I mean, Yeshua clearly said that. So that's really where the true power is in our heart. So we are going to go ahead and draw however many cards that are meant to be heard today with this energy update. I ask for God, Creator, Source, to surround me, to fill me up, to make me feel the presence of the utmost Christed white light, to balance, to integrate, to harmonize, to fuel my passion for this, and to support me in being the clear communicator for all of us that listen today, for what our souls could use to utilize to benefit us on our healing journey. And I just give thanks in advance. I fill up with your presence, and I send that to all living beings, every plant, every tree, every sister and brother, to the planet Earth herself, to rejuvenate, to harmonize, to heal. Send this out to every cosmo, every galaxy, every planet, and we give thanks in advance. So, flow. Great reminder. Card number 20. This is still asking us, as we're unpacking the wounds, as we're stepping in, healing all of the things that we are. Listen, this is a life cycle for many of us that we're healing a lot of old karmic stuff. South Node, dancing around with Pluto, Saturn. It is lifetime after lifetime coming in here if you believe in incarnation as I do. If you don't, that's fine as well. This card is a reminder to stay receptive, flow, and everything right now within us, as above, so below, as within, so without, is ever shifting right now. So be really receptive, which is beautiful because we got many things going into Scorpio, which is the deep water. That's also a fixed water, so don't be too set. If you have things come through you, don't be so set with your emotions that you're not open to shifts and change, because it's gonna cause friction within you. Stay open and flow with that. I mean, look at her. She's beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. I feel very divine feminine. She's mastering. You see her hands with the water. She's mastering her emotions. Her life force is glowing strong. Her solar plexus is feeling more full of life force energy than ever. God, this deck, I say this every time. I say it with every deck I have too, but I'm very drawn to this one. She's being the crown. She's remembering her divinity. She's not becoming the emotions, but she's mastering them by flow, by being fluent, by surrendering to these emotions. She's being gentle with herself. And she's allowing herself to be the vessel of this beautiful energy of feelings, heart chakra expansion, but she's not becoming the emotions. So increase your self-care. That was another thing I was going to say as well, is, oh my God, thirsty is all get out. This isn't the first video that I've said that, but with us going through so many shifts and changes, we're integrating light. My body's hot as all get out again today. And so with this being the water too, increase your water. Put yourself some essential oils in your bath. If you can't get to a body of water, baths work great for me. Himalayan salt baths or Epsom salt baths have been my go-to for about 5 years, and it's a beautiful way to purge, cleanse myself. Look at how symbolically it was that they baptized people, Yeshua baptizing, but it's really symbolically. It's not physical. I can get in. We were made in God's Creator's image, so therefore we have the ability to step forward with our healing. And ooh, that's beautiful. Go in and get in the bath. Set your intention that I am washing myself of all of the dense energy and emotions, and I am purified in the most divine Christed white light in my own bathtub, wherever you are, and cleanse yourself emotionally, physically. Be aware of what you feed your mind, heart, and soul. It matters. And so the second card we got was the rainbow. 7 chakras, 7 colors in the rainbow. Maybe this to me, let's go with this, 41. So this to me is being aware, bringing your consciousness to your vessel, the chakras within your vessel, the chakras above, connecting that with the God Creator Source that we all are sparks of. And if you're feeling any kind of density with any part of your vessel, you know, if you're not familiar with chakras, look it up. That's how I've been learning everything. And it's really a matter of remembering, but bring that awareness to every one of your chakras. The planet herself has chakras. Excuse me. And so you see the bird flying through these colors and just wings spread, taking flight. I'm going to read from the book. This is from Colette Baron Reed's phenomenal deck. The rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path, which manifest as the colors of the 7 chakras. In the Himalayas, the rainbow body is seen as the full realization of your essence, and I believe a lot of us are waking up to that. We're dropping all of these belief systems that were telling us that we were dirty little sinners and that we needed to repent and that we needed to go to some person outside of us to commune with God, and it's all BS and it's all bullshit. And I think it's freaking amazing and beautiful that we're stepping into the power that we truly are. So the rainbow also represents the bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds. At the end of our lives, we journey across the rainbow bridge to the highest heavenly realms. When the rainbow appears, it is an affirmation that all is well and that you are in the right relationship with spirit. I feed my soul with everything basically on what I so choose, and I've watched a lot of videos that people are seeing double rainbows all over this planet Earth, and that very symbolically to me is the healing, and a lot of us waking up, realizing and stepping into our power that we're divine children of God. We're not dirty little sinners, and stepping into that power, I believe it's a response as well with the rainbows is we are on the path, guys. Keep waking up. Don't let anybody snuff you. Don't let your ego shame and blame you. The rainbow tells you that at the end of the storm is near. So many of us have been through so much, and we're like, oh my God, can we just integrate to this light and step into our power? This is a reminder. This is a reminder that we weathered the storm. All is well. Keep seeing. Keep shooting for the stars. Keep seeing the bigger picture. Don't give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming dawn, even while the night is still darkest. But do not claim victory yet, or let your guard down fully. So for me is it's not about building a guard around your heart. It's about knowing who you are, but don't allow yourself or others to doubt you, to oppress or suppress you. God, that's beautiful. Just know that we're in transformation right now with everything supporting us in the cosmos. And that's Oh, I'm going to lose these cards down the deck. So that's a beautiful reminder to stay receptive, fluent, and surrender to God's presence, who you are, your higher self. Flow. Be open to see there's a lot of changes going on. Don't let the inner or the outer alarm you. When I'm going to challenge you to this, when people say to you, oh my God, the world's gone crazy, you be the one stepping into your power and go, no, I see the bigger picture. Everything that's not been authentic, anything that's not been true and genuine is falling away. It's not supported anymore. We were told to be childlike, and we have a lot of human egos running around with different ideas, and they create frickin' war, and not only war within themselves, but war with others. And it's really about letting you know that these storms are going to pass. You have within you to rise above them. I think we'll go with the Chakra Healing Oracle next. I'll leave it with these two cards. I'm going to say this to you as well. I post still shots under these YouTubes once they get shared into Facebook. So Divine Destiny and the Rise of Empaths. I'll take still shots of these two messages today and share them, because it's such a beautiful thing to tangibly have the physical card, save it to your phone, reflect upon it, see what it brings up for you. So from my Chakra Oracle card, a little extra message today that can remind us and help us if there's any blocks in your chakras, to remember to stay in flow and fluent and receptive. And to remember with the rainbow that you have within you what it takes to see the bigger perspective, that you have what it takes to rise above any storm in your life. Right there. Release. This card is asking you to release anything that is not best for your higher good. This could be emotions. This could be a death of a relationship. This could be a death of you. I say this often. I die daily to the old me. And I bathe myself, I baptize myself in a salt bath to release the wounds. Love and forgiveness is huge. That's one of my go-to things that I speak about. And forgiveness is not a one and done thing. I was taught forgiveness was to keep turning the cheek from naughty, haughty, egoic behavior. And I'm going to tell you this because 40 years it was at the demise of me of not having a voice and not being able to speak from my heart, from my throat chakra, and it caused depression and anxiety. And the more we release, the more we peel back layers, the more we look at things symbolically. Sometimes there's endings, but with those endings there's a beginning. I had a beautiful empath son transition in 2014. He was 20 years old. He was not mentally ill. It was at the demise of his mind and his heart not making sense of the world and the injustices. And with the Libra, I think that's very symbolic. It put me on my spiritual journey, and the reason it resonated so much is because he was sensitive, so was I. And I just so happened to birth him. I birthed the spirit of my beautiful son, who I've known many lifetimes. And he mirrored exactly to me what needed to be healed. He mirrored to me the sensitivities, his love and compassion. And I know that in the physicality that he transitioned, but he started a new journey. And I believe we will meet up again in the heaven realm, in the physicality. So my whole point of that is I've had many layers to release. And so this is a reminder to keep releasing that, because in this deck, the gray, the silver, is third eye chakra, crown chakra. So it's another color of gray. It's okay to be in that middle of maybe indecisiveness. Keep releasing whatever rises within you. Do not suppress it, because cosmically we're not going to be supported to do that as well. If you have afflictions and wounds within you that need to be healed, I truly encourage you to don't ignore them. And this is also a reminder for some that relationships will be ending. This could be a relationship with yourself that no longer suits for your highest good on this path. This could be a physical release of endings of relationships that are just not in resonance with you, and they are not in resonance with you. And so I want to encourage you to not suppress that. It isn't the end of the world. It's not the end of who you are. You are full and complete in who you are without anybody outside of you. So keep releasing whatever wounds, don't suppress them. And with Pluto being, the deep subconscious, anything that we've buried, I'm kind of like, oh boy, have I buried anything? Because I guarantee you it will surface. I don't let it cripple me anymore. I'll observe it from the observer position. This is another stance that I highly encourage, is that as you're stepping into your journey and authenticity, that you settle down into your heart. The truth, the way for you is in your heart. And so if we've buried anything, it's coming up. It's asking us to release it. It's asking us to be open, receptive, and flow. It's also showing us to be led by our creativity, the divine feminine, the creativity, the intuition. Be open to all the energies that are flowing in us, through us, around us. Lots of shifts, lots of changes. Our souls chose to be here right now through this shift, and it's flipping intense, man, I'm telling you. Bring your awareness. See, I'm losing my voice because I am thirsty. 3 out of the 4 people in my home are purging physically as well, so I want to share that with you. I do not replace medical help, but with this ascension in these dense bodies, integrating the Christ light, bring your awareness to your chakras in your body. If you're not aware what chakra is, the root chakra is a huge one for me at the base of your tailbone, because that's where the fear, the doubt, all of the low dense emotions will be in every chakra connected. But start with the root chakra. Do yourself some grounding exercises. Bring your awareness to your chakras. If you're feeling any blocks anywhere, do that. I've noticed the last few nights I've been rubbing my coconut oil on, and I'm kind of massaging where the third eye is, and taking it and stretching it across my forehead, and rubbing these 2 indents on the side of your temples. It's getting me in my body. If you're experiencing any of the lofty or even disassociation out of your body, you can do touching on different points throughout your body to bring you back in. We want to anchor the spiritualness into our vessels. We don't want to be in the root chakra out of balance and floating above our bodies and disassociating from things that trigger us. It's all about awareness, baby. So keep releasing, be open, be fluent, lots of water, consume your water, salt baths, get to the water, and keep releasing and keep shifting. You're divinely supported. You're divinely encouraged by God,